I'm going to do evens from today's review, and then I'll let you guys do the odds. So I'm going to do number 32, 34, and 36 from here, okay? So for number 32, it's just asking you to find the slope of the line passing through these 2 points. So I on the notes, you saw a formula, and you've seen this one before. This is the slope formula, so y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, okay? So before you're able to plug in any values into this formula, label them on the points. So this is x1, y1, x2, and y2. So when I substitute these values into this formula, I should be able to find the slope of the line that contains these 2 points. So y2 is negative 5, minus y1 is 2, and x2 is negative 7, minus negative 7. But what happens here between the negative 7 and minus a negative 7? In algebra, this becomes plus, okay? So then this slope, the slope of this line is negative 7, because negative 5 minus 2 is negative 7, and negative 7 plus 7 is 0. But in algebra or in math, you cannot divide by 0. So the slope of this line is what? Be careful here. Can you divide by 0? No. So if you can't, what's the slope? Undefined. Very good. I'm just going to write undef. And don't forget the slope. If you graph that line, it's going to look like a vertical line. Okay, so it looks like this. It's a vertical line. All right. Any questions on number 32? You guys see this? I'm going to zoom in so you guys can see a little bit better. All right, so let's go then to number 34. Number 34 is asking you to name the slope and a point. Okay, a slope and a point on y minus 3 equals negative 2 times x plus 5, and then graph the line. Okay, so for this one here, the slope is the value in front of the, I hope you realize that this equation is in point slope form, which is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1, okay? Which means that the slope of this line is negative 2, and the point, the coordinates of the point are, this is minus, so that means y is going to be 3, and the x, this is plus, so it went from negative to positive, which means the value of y is a negative 5. I mean, the value of x is negative 5, and then the y is 3. Follow me so far? Okay. So to graph this line, you can either, and I think I'm going to have to rewrite this. So I'm going to do the work on the margin here. So this is for number 34. I'm going to bring this over here, and then I'm going to solve for y, which means I'm going to write the equation in slope-intercept form. And then this is plus 5. So y minus 3 equals negative 2 times x is negative 2x. Negative 2 times positive 5, negative 10. And now I'm going to add this 3. So then the equation is y equals negative 2x minus 7. Okay, so this is the one we are going to graph. So I'm going to do number 34. Number 34 is going to go here. Okay, this is for number 33. So the y-intercept is 0, negative 7. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then it has a rise of 2 and a run of 1, but the slope is negative, so the line will be coming down from left to right. Okay, so up 2, 1, 2, over to the left 1. I'm going to get 3 points, and that's going to be enough for me. And then I'm going to use my ID as a straight edge to graph the line. And this is the graph of problem number 34. Okay? Any questions on this problem? All right, let's go to number 36. They're giving you the slope and they're giving you a point. So now they're not writing it like this, so we need to write it like this, okay? So the slope is 3 and the point is this, so I'm going to label x1, y1. So I'm going to write this problem, first of all, in point slope form. So this will be y, this is -9, so minus a -9 equals, the slope is 3, and then x minus x is 1. Okay, now I'm going to separate this. But again, you have a negative in front of a negative, this becomes a positive. Okay? So y plus 9 equals, and then I'm going to distribute 3 times x, that's going to be 3x. 3 times -1, that's -3. And then I'm going to isolate the y by subtracting this 9 from both sides. So minus 9, minus 9. So then y equals 3x minus 12. And this is the equation of the line. So they're just asking you to write an equation of the line, but they're not asking you to graph it. So we don't have to graph number 36. And you don't have to graph number 37 nor number 35. Okay? Any questions on number 36? All right. So now let's go to the bottom of the page, and this is for parallel and perpendicular lines. Okay, so again, I'm going to do evens, and I'll let you guys do the odds. So I'm going to do 38, 40, and 42. Quick review. Parallel lines have the same slopes, and the product of the slopes of two perpendicular lines is -1. Okay, so keep that in mind when you try to determine if lines are parallel, perpendicular, or neither. So for number 38, determine whether AB and CD lines are parallel, perpendicular, or neither. So this will be the work for number 38. Okay, so I'm going to find the slope of AB. So this will be, let's see, I'm going to just write AB here. And I'm going to write the points. So AB, the point A, and let me, I don't want to make this a messy work. I'll try to keep it as neat as possible. So point A has coordinates of -1 and -4. And B has coordinates of 2 and 11. Okay? So the slope of AB is equal to label x1, y1, x2, y2. So this is 11 minus y1 is -4. So we know what's going to happen there. This becomes plus. And then x1 is 2 minus x2 is 2, x1 is -1. So minus a -1. And again, this becomes plus. So this is 11 plus 4, which is 15. And 2 plus 1 is 3. And 15 divided by 3 is 5. So the slope of AB is 5. And I'm sorry you can't see that. Okay, that's my mistake. But the slope is 5. Okay? Now let's find the slope of CD. Okay, so for CD, this is line CD. You do the same thing. So point C is, this is C, and the coordinates are 1, 1, and D is 4 and 10. So the slope, again, label x1, y1, x2, y2. So then this will be 10, this is y2, minus y1 is 1, over x2 is 4, minus x1 is 1. So 10 minus 1 is 9, and 4 minus 1 is 3. 9 divided by 3 is 3, right? So as you can see, AB has a slope of 5, this one has a slope of 3. Are they parallel? No, they're not parallel. Are they perpendicular? Are these negative reciprocals? Or if you multiply 3 times 5, does that give you a negative 1? No. So these are neither. Okay, they're not parallel and they are not perpendicular because they don't have the same slopes and the slopes are not opposite reciprocals. Okay? Any questions on number 38? All right, let's go to number 40 then. Same thing. I'm going to find, so this will be for number 40. And you might need to do the work on a separate piece of paper if it helps you. Okay, so let's find the slope of AB. Line AB. So A has coordinates of -3 and 3. B has coordinates of 0 and 2. And again, label x1, y1, x2, and y2. Now let's find the slope. So the slope equals y2 is 2 minus y1, that's 3. x2 is 0 minus x1 is a -3. So again, you have a negative in front of a negative. This becomes a positive. 2 minus 3 is a -1. 0 plus 3 is 3, so -1/3. So this is the slope of AB. Okay? Now, let's find the slope of CD. So line CD, point C has coordinates of 1 and 3, and D has coordinates of -2 and -6. Let's find the slope. So label x1, y1, x2, and y2. So y2 is -6 minus y1 is 3. And then x2 is -2 and x1 is x1 is 1, so -1. -6 minus 3, that's -9. -2 minus 1 is -3. And this is equal to what? What's -9 divided by -3? Positive 3. So the slope is 3. This is -1/3. This is 3/1. Are they reciprocals? Yes. Are they opposite reciprocals? Yeah. So that means, so I'm going to just say A, B. I'm going to write that symbol perpendicular to CD. And this is the answer to number 40. Okay? Any questions? All right. Let's go to number 42. So I'm going to do the work for number 42 at the bottom of the paper. Okay, so this is the work for it. And this is asking for a line, write an equation of the line parallel to y equals 8x minus 1 that contains -6 and 2. Okay, so first of all, the parallel slope has to be what? If the lines are parallel, what has to be the value of the slope? Huh? You guys are too quiet. Good. 8. Okay. Now I'm going to write the equation in point slope form. Okay, so y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. And I'm given a point here, so this will be x1 and this is y1. So y minus y1, y1 is I did this on the wrong point. Okay, so don't do this one. So this is the one that I'm working on or with. So y minus 2 equals, the slope has to be 8, parentheses, and then x minus, that's a -6, and again, this becomes plus, right? Now, This is in point slope form. I'm going to write this equation in slope intercept form. So I'm going to distribute. So I have y minus 2 equals 8x plus 8 times 6, that's 48. And then add this 2 to isolate the y. So y equals 8x plus 50. And there is the equation of that line. Okay, so I'm hoping this helps you do the rest of them. We do have the test tomorrow. Okay, but if you have any questions, you can always let me know, and I'll help you as best as I can. And I'll let you guys do the rest of the problems.